How's it going, guys? You know, a few days ago I saw the latest episode of Scream, and I decided that it's time for me to actually make a video or theory on who the killer of this season could be. So for that reason, I've made a video, and in this video I will be talking or reviewing 5 suspects who could potentially be the killer in season 2. Some of the characters on this list, I've decided to add them here because I don't trust those characters. Before I get to the list, I'll say that the killer of season 2, the new killer or killers, seems to be very focused on getting revenge on Audrey. That tells me that the killer had some type of connection or past with the killer of season 1 being Piper Shaw. Another thing I want to say before I start the list is that in every Scream movie, the killer tends to be someone you least expect. They always pretend to be something they're not, and they always try to get a main character's trust. In the first movie, Scream, you had the boyfriend Billy Loomis pretending to use his boyfriend role to deceive Sidney. On Scream 2, you had Mrs. Loomis pretending to be Debbie Salt. In Scream 3, you had Roman using his role as director to deceive everybody. Scream 4, you had Jill, the cousin of Sidney, using her role as cousin to deceive Sidney. Now remember this, what I'm telling you, okay? Remember what I'm telling you right now, okay? Because I'm going to mention this later in the video. So without further ado, let's begin. At number 5, we have Kieran Wilcox. Kieran is the on and off love interest of Emma in season 2. And he's a very mysterious character. I don't really trust Kieran. I'm not sure about Kieran being the killer or anything, but I don't trust him at all. We don't know much about Kieran, but his father died during season 1. And before season 2 even started, they were in a relationship, and Emma decided to break up with him before she went to therapy. Kieran was alone during the summer, so who knows, maybe he wanted revenge against Emma or something. I highly doubt Kieran has anything to do with the killings, but he does remind me a lot of Billy Loomis from Scream. But he is a person you have to keep your eyes on. At number 4, we have Gustavo. Gustavo is one of the newest characters in this season. He is, just like Noah, he is also a horror movie enthusiast, and for some strange reason he has this really strange obsession with the main characters. He is the son of Sheriff Acosta. In case you don't know who Sheriff Acosta is, he is the new sheriff who replaced Sheriff Hudson. Sheriff Hudson, who was actually Kieran's father in season 1. Gustavo is a really weird character. He is a really strange, creepy character. He seems to also have some strange attraction towards Brooke. But if somehow Gustavo is in fact involved in any of the murders, he's probably the accomplice. Then again, this is just my theory. At number 3, we have Noah Foster. I like Noah, but still, I've kind of noticed that in this season, for some strange reason, he actually starts acting a bit different towards Audrey. His behavior has quite changed a bit, but I feel like Noah's kind of like the detective of the series. But I do have this interesting theory about Noah. In season 1, in case you don't remember season 1, the character Riley, Noah used to be in a relationship for a short time. He was in a relationship with a girl named Riley, who unfortunately was killed off in season 1 by Piper. Could it be that maybe Noah somehow was able to find out that Audrey and Piper had some type of connection? And maybe if Noah is in fact the killer and he's just deceiving Audrey the entire time, obviously if my theory supports this, Noah is pretending to be the detective, although he already knows that Audrey has somehow had something to do with it. He's just pretending like he's just discovering the whole thing. But exacting revenge on Audrey for the death of his girlfriend is a possible motivation. I like Noah, but I'm not sure about Noah either, but I have kind of noticed a few changes on him, so that's why I added him on the list. At number 2, we have Zoe Vaughn. Zoe is another new character in season 2. And if you haven't seen the first season of Scream, you'll notice that Noah's former girlfriend Riley does mention Zoe in the first season. And also, if you have been watching the latest episodes of Scream, you'll notice that Noah and Zoe are somehow developing an attraction towards each other. I do have an interesting theory about Zoe. In one of the latest episodes of Scream, episode 4 if I remember correctly, all the main characters are at the birthday party, Kieran's birthday party. They all start drinking and they get under the influence of drugs or something. Some of them start to throw up. It was quite funny actually. You'll see in the latest episode, you'll see that Zoe is making out with Noah and Audrey. Now I don't know if they were under the influence, but I've been thinking, what if Zoe is bi-curious? What if she is just like Audrey and she likes people of the same gender? Could it be that maybe Zoe had some type of love interest towards Piper Shaw before Piper and Audrey had some type of relationship? Also, I've noticed that the killer somehow managed to bring back Emma's father back to Lakewood using Noah's former girlfriend Riley's email account. And I've been wondering, the only people who would actually have Riley's email account will be someone like a boyfriend or a friend or something. My theory on Zoe also implies that Zoe is trying to get Emma's trust. Remember, Emma is still traumatized after the whole Piper murdering massacre thing. Zoe is also really good at harboring secrets, so we don't really know much about Zoe, but Zoe is someone that you also have to keep your eye on. Before I get to number 1, I think that this person that I've chosen for number 1 is the most obvious suspect. I feel like this person might actually have some type of thing going on or connection with Piper Shaw. So without further ado, here is my number 1 pick. At number 1, we have Karen Lang. If you don't know who Karen Lang is, Karen Lang, also known as Miss Lang, is Emma's psychology teacher. Now, remember when I told you about the Scream killers, how they tend to be something they're not and how they're trying to get somebody's trust? Yeah, this is what I think is going on. Miss Lang is trying to get Emma's trust. Obviously, Audrey is not an easy person to get us trust from, so she's trying to get through Emma, who is still recovering from her breakdown. Since the killers who killed Piper Shaw were Audrey and Emma. Still, the killer who seems to be stalking and harassing Audrey is also somehow trying to get through Emma secretly. You want even more proof? Well, I was actually looking at some old pictures of Piper Shaw and some of the latest pictures of Miss Lang, and I noticed a few things something so similar, and it's that Piper and Miss Lang share the same necklace. Now, if you've seen the latest episodes of Scream, you'll notice that on Audrey's workplace, the movie theater, the killer managed to store printings of love letters of Audrey and Piper. Obviously, the killer has access to all the love letters of Piper Shaw. It's even mentioned, if you've seen one of those episodes, it's even mentioned that the killer has access to it. So couldn't it be obvious also, if you think about it, that the killer also had access to Piper's belongings? Just look at the comparison. You'll see there the image of Piper, the necklace she's wearing. It's the exact same necklace. It's just different lighting. It's the same thing. So my theory on Miss Lang is that Miss Lang is Audrey's adopted mother. She looks quite old, so she could be an adopted mother who wants revenge on Audrey and Emma for killing Piper. And although Miss Lang is not trying to go directly towards Audrey, because obviously she'll know that Audrey will try to figure it out. She's trying to get through Emma first. She's trying to get Emma's trust. Now, do I believe, does this Miss Lang, if she is indeed the killer, does she have an accomplice? Maybe. I mean, really, is it possible? How could she actually would have murdered Jake all by herself? I don't think so. She probably had an accomplice. My thoughts on possible accomplices for Miss Lang could be Zoe, maybe Noah, or maybe Gustavo. And that's pretty much it. If you like this video, please make sure you like it and comment down below who do you think are the killer. Comment down and make your own list on the top 5 suspects, your own list on your own suspects on who do you think the killer might be. If you like these types of videos, please comment down if you want more theory videos. I have so many amazing theories and stuff for this channel, stuff that I want to post here. Everything from theories to top 10s, top 5s, reviews, probably gaming, a few funny parodies, whatever. Any theory that you like here, please don't take it seriously. They're just my opinions and my thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys.